Are you thinking of buying the new Apple Watch Series 7? What's new and is it worth the upgrade if you're coming from an older Apple Watch? I'm going to answer all that and more in this video. Hey there, welcome to the video. I'm Mark Brown from Buckle & Band and I've owned the Apple Watch Series 7 for 2 months now. So this is my full 2-month review using the device. Now, I've been a big fan of the Apple Watch since Series 1 and my last Apple Watch is this one here. This is the Series 4. I just love the fact that the Apple Watch gives you the ability to have music with you when you're going on a run. You can get directions directly from your wrist, and I really love using Apple Pay. But the question is it really worth the upgrade from an older Series 4, as this can do many of the same things? So let's jump into what's new on the Series 7. Well, the first new feature is the bigger screen. This is the 45mm version, and it's now the largest screen on any Apple Watch ever. I think having this bigger screen makes the watch feel much more like a traditional wristwatch, rather than a little computer on your wrist. Now, check out this comparison between the Series 3 and the Series 7. The difference is just night and day. Now, if we show you the Series 4 to Series 6, the jump isn't as big when you go to Series 7, but it's still quite noticeable. Now, I'm a huge fan of traditional watches, so the first thing I did when I got the Series 7 is I took off the Sport silicone strap, popped that in the drawer, and then got a Buckle & Band Miam black leather strap. For working out, I'm using the silicone and leather Hybri straps. Links to both of these straps are in the description below. Now, due to the bigger screen size, Apple have taken advantage of this and enabled a full keyboard for messaging. Now, I'll be 100% honest with you, it's still not the easiest way to reply to a text message, but it is usable for shorter messages, especially if you use the swipe feature instead. I do still prefer to use dictation, but on a busy train or public transport, I'll be using this if my iPhone is tucked away in my pocket. I really noticed a big difference in apps like the Calculator app, where the touch points are much bigger than before. Also, maps are now usable, and I actually use Apple Maps on my Apple Watch all the time, especially if I'm in a brand new city and I don't know if it's a bit dangerous or not. So instead of having my phone out, I will actually use the maps on the Apple Watch to give me walking directions. And because it's bigger now and it takes up the whole screen, if you're just looking for a quick coffee shop or a parking spot, it's much, much easier to use than before. Now, I'm coming from the Series 4, and with this watch, every time you put your wrist down, the screen would go completely off to conserve battery life. But this meant that if you want to quickly glance at the time, you have to raise your wrist for the screen to come back on. And I always found this a little bit annoying, because if you're in conversation with someone and you're doing this, I think the other person would think you're bored. That is the international signal for I'm bored and it's time to go. So I like it now that you can just have your watch off to the side like that and you can quickly glance at the time without making it so obvious that you're checking the time. Now, this is the Series 4, but if you have the Series 6, it did have this feature too. So the jump from Series 6 to Series 7 isn't as big, but coming from the Series 4, I really do like this new feature. So even though Apple didn't make the actual battery inside the Series 7 any bigger, they did increase the charging time. So you can now go from 0 to 80% charge in just 45 minutes. Really handy if you want to get a quick charge on the go. Or if you want to charge your watch whilst you're in the shower, you can quickly get 8 hours of usage in just a few minutes. Now, according to Apple, this is the most durable Apple Watch screen ever made, and it's IP6X dust resistance, which is really handy if you work in a dusty warehouse or maybe in the building trade. And you know, I don't really want to test this, so I'll take Apple's word on this. Now, health features have always been a big part of the Apple Watch, and if you're coming from a Series 4, you'll have had the heart rate and the ECG features, but now you have more advanced sleep tracking and the blood oxygen monitors. Plus a handy compass, which can also give you elevation too on your hikes. Now, there are 3 new faces available on the Apple Watch Series 7. Now, I'm not a huge fan of the new world time face they've got. I find it a bit too messy and confusing for me to use, but I can see why some travelers would really like this watch face. I'm a huge fan of the contour watch face, and this is the face where all of the numbers spill right out to the edge of the screen. It's very, very unique to the Apple Watch. I think it looks really nice, but it's only available on the Series 7. Now, I've gone for the stainless steel watch for a couple of reasons. Number one, I didn't personally like the new aluminium colors. The silver is now slightly pink, the black is now slightly blue, and well, they just don't go with everything I wear. You know, they're still really nice, don't get me wrong. I just felt like the stainless steel versions make it look much more like a regular timepiece, and I can mix and match the straps to better suit my mood and outfit choices. So now to the conclusion, should you upgrade to the Apple Watch Series 7? Well, first of all, let's talk about your current ownership. If you own the Apple Watch Series 4, should you upgrade? Honestly, I don't think I would recommend upgrading at the moment if your watch is working perfectly for you. And that's not to say that the Series 7 is bad in any way at all. It's actually telling you that the Series 4 to 6 is actually pretty perfect already. They're great watches, and I don't think you necessarily need the Series 7. Now, if you own a Series 3, or if you don't own an Apple Watch at all, I can seriously 100% recommend the Apple Watch Series 7. It's the best looking Apple Watch they've ever made. It's the biggest screen. It's the fastest too. And I can't think of any downsides or anything they can really change about the Series 7 to make it any better. And if this is the first Apple Watch you're thinking of getting, I'm seriously excited for you. You are in for a treat. Just having Apple Pay, doing your workouts, becoming fitter and healthier is just some of the benefits you get with an Apple Watch. And if you are going to get one, let me know in the comments section below. Now, on this channel, we're going to be doing a ton of tips and tutorials and hacks for your Apple Watch. So if you want to learn more about those and how to get the best out of your Apple Watch, make sure to subscribe and give it a like as well. And thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.